When Kongming, the beloved military strategist, is dying, he makes his final wish for to be born in a peaceful world. As death washes over him, he takes his final breath and closes his eyes. Kongming awakens in a dark passageway and walks to the end of a path to a light. He finds himself in a crowded room with music blasting from every direction and colorful lights pulsing from every direction. He immediately believes he has been transported to hell because he is unaware that people are dressed up for Halloween. Kongming watches a performance by a girl dressed as the devil on a raised platform in the front of the room and is immediately captivated by her angelic voice. Kongming approaches the girl to express his admiration, but he is grabbed by other partygoers who want to get drinks. The next morning, Kongming awakens to find the singer from the night before, who introduced herself as Aiko. Aiko explains that she found him passed out in the cold streets outside and brought him to her house. Kongming, who still believes this place is hell, expresses amusement at the prospect of dying in the cold, but she tells him to drop the act and that this is the real world. Kongming soon realizes the truth of her words when he sees his younger self in the mirror. Finding himself in an unfamiliar environment, Kongming uses technology to learn as much as he can about the situation. While getting dressed, Kongming informs Aiko that he needs her assistance in finding work. When Aiko's employer owner sees Kongming in his office, he immediately hires him because he is a history nerd, particularly of the Three Kingdoms period. Later that night, the club is packed as Aiko tries to fulfill everyone's orders on time. She looks over at Kongming, who is expertly completing one order after another, and doing well for his first job. Walking home, Kongming asks Aiko where her passion for music stems from. She tells him about a time when she almost killed herself but was saved by the bar's owner after witnessing a soulful performance by a songstress, and was moved. She vowed then and there to keep living and to make her life about music. Kongming tells her that as a brilliant tactician, he will assist her in making her dream a reality. A few days later, Kongming and Aiko attend an artist Mia remote performance. Kongming and Aiko go to her dressing room after watching the show to see what kind of person she is. Mia closes the door after offering Aiko the opportunity to perform at an event on Friday. Later, at the BB Club, Aiko informs the owner, Kongming, that Mia sent her a message with a performance schedule, only to discover that Mia will be performing at the same time. They realize Mia did this on purpose so that the crowd would gather on her stage rather than an unknown artist. Regardless, Kongming tells him that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Aiko orders him to have the place packed for a performance, and Kongming explains how he will accomplish this. It's Aiko's performance day, and Mia has just begun singing. The owner walks over to Aiko's stage to check on the audience, and finds only a few people. So he goes to the bathroom, concerned that Kongming's did not work. When he walks out, he sees a large crowd listening to Aiko sing and questions Kongming about what he did. Kongming explains that he used the trick to keep the attendees from finding the exit, but he tells the owner that even though he trapped them, the reason they won't leave the show is because of Aiko. Aiko's thoughts are interrupted while she is admiring the number of new followers she has when Kongming informs her that he has booked her for an event. Aiko worries that she isn't prepared because she has just passed 1,000 followers, but Kongming assures her that she will be fine. When Aiko arrives at the event, her stage is obscured by a tree in a secluded location near the Jet Jacket Band's stage. Aiko becomes concerned until Kongming assures her that everything is fine. Jet Jacket continues to entertain a raucous crowd until the leader interrupts the song to make an announcement. Aiko begins her song and captures the audience's attention. The crowd quickly departs for Aiko's stage. Aiko concludes her performance by thanking the audience. She searches her tent for her owner and Kongming until she comes across them. Kongming compliments her on her performance, while Aiko expresses her desire for more people to hear her sing. They turn to see a silhouette of a man as footsteps approach them. Aiko, Kongming, and the owner meet with the festival's organizer, Mr. Tsuyoshi Kondo, moments after delivering her performance on stage. His assistant continues to speak for him, expressing his desire for her to perform at one of his festivals again. Mr. Tsuyoshi displays 2 business cards on the table. One card is for the person in charge of a month-long festival in Fukuoka, and the other is for the head of booking for a large summer festival in Summer Sonia. He instructs her to select the card at which she wishes to perform, but she must have 100,000 likes to perform at Summer Sonia. Aiko believes that 100,000 is nearly impossible, but she reaches for the Summer Sonia card anyway, having complete faith in Kong abilities. Ming's Mr. Tsuyoshi expresses his admiration for Aiko and walks out of the tent, telling the owner that he will do everything he can to support her. When the owner asks how they will get 100,000 likes, she says Kongming will undoubtedly come up with something. Given their current location, Kongming believes it will be difficult. Kongming informs Aiko that they require additional assistance, and announces that a rapper will be added to the team. The next day, Kongming is nowhere to be found until the bartender informs him that Kongming is outside talking to someone and has plans to go out to a party. Aiko returns home and decides she should do what she can while Kongming goes out to party. On her day off, she goes to the BB Club and finds Kongming listening to various types of music at the same time. Nervously, Aiko inquires as to what Kongming does on his days off. Kongming responds that he wants to go clubbing and invites Aiko. She reluctantly agrees to go. When Kongming arrives at the location, he quickly joins the partygoers at the club, leaving the irritated Aiko behind. Later, in a restaurant, Kongming informs Aiko that he believes they are close to completing the 100,000 likes project. Aiko is surprised to discover that all of Kongming's has contributed to him gaining more likes. She tells Kongming that they should aim for the Voice Land Festival, but she is concerned that she is aiming too high. Kongming tells her to believe in herself, and Aiko begins to tell Kongming about her love of music. Aiko hands Kongming her earphones and requests that he listen to a new song she wrote. Cape Taijin, a once famous rapper known for his ferocity in rap battles, is seen walking aimlessly in the streets, looking depressed. Sekitoba invites Cape Taijin to a rap battle, but Kabatajin declines, stating that he no longer participates in battles. Cape Taijin enters his house, gathers his belongings, and leaves to do laundry. Cape Taijin recalls how the more rap battles he won, the more pressure he felt, until he fainted during his final performance. Cape Taijin enters the laundromat, and notices a man sitting in the room. Cape Taijin ignores him until he notices the feathered fan. Kongming tries to talk to Cape Taijin and even makes a deal with him to reignite his passion for rapping after realizing he has been noticed. At the BB Club, Kongming invites Kabatajin to a rap battle. If he wins, Kongming says he should rap with a singer at the event and join their team, but if he loses, he will grant him one wish. In response, Cape Taijin takes his clothes and leaves their laundromat. It's the night of the rap battle, and Cape Taijin, despite himself, enters the BB Club, and the DJ plays a beat before Cape Taijin and Kongming begin. The two go back and forth with the crowd cheering until the end, when a draw is declared and a second round begins. The DJ begins the beat, and Kongming begins. At the end, the crowd cheers for Cape Taijin as the owner declares him the winner. Kongming inquires as to how Cape Taijin's anxiety is causing him to realize he hasn't been feeling sick at all. Later, in the back room, Cape Taijin sits with Aiko owner and Kongming mentions Cape Taijin's wish. Cape Taijin informs Kongming that his wish has already been granted, telling Aiko that their singing reminded him of his love for rapping. Kongming invites Cape Taijin to join them in spreading peace through music, and he accepts. When the owner asks Kongming when he plans to make a move on the group, Kongming says 3 days before the deadline, which he calls X Day. Kongming informs Cape Taijin that he will soon have a showdown with Sekitoba, and that in order for them to reach 100,000 likes, they will rely on Aiko's singing in a specific song. He plays the song Aiko recently requested that he listen to, and she becomes concerned, stating that it is only a demo. Kongming assures her that everything will be fine and that he has set up a recording studio with an audio ranger for her to record the song. Cape Taijin and Aiko dash off to do their best to prepare. Before leaving for a studio session, Kongming hands Aiko 3 bags and instructs her to open them in the order listed. When she opens the first bag, she discovers 3 items: instructions for purchasing pudding, a public road usage permit, and a ticket for the observation deck. When Aiko arrives at the studio, she meets Steve Kido, also known as Kid. Kid tells Aiko that he and Kongming made a bet: if she can make a song he likes for free, he will make Kongming his tactician. If she can't, he will make Kongming his tactician. When the child notices the pudding she purchased, he asks if he can have it, to which she gladly agrees. They go into the recording booth after he finishes eating, and he tells her to sing a song to get him motivated to work. After singing, the child compliments her but informs Aiko that she is missing her voice and that in order for them to continue working together, she must first find it. When Aiko walks around the city at night, and remembers her public road usage permit, she notices other people performing on the streets until she comes to a halt at the sound of a girl's voice. She is mesmerized by the sound of her voice as the police officer interrupts her to ask if she has a public road usage permit. Aiko rushes over pretending to know the girl and stating that she has the permit, and is sorry for being late after overhearing the performer say she doesn't. The cops leave, and the girl approaches Aiko and asks if she wants to perform together. Aiko agrees, and they begin to play. Aiko asks after their performance if they can perform again tomorrow, to which the girl agrees and introduces herself as Nanami. Nanami receives a call from a number saved as Karasawa following her public performance with Aiko. During the call, she is told to stop singing on the street, stop interacting with Aiko, and return in time for the meeting. Back in the studio, Aiko sings in the booth until she is called out to be told by the child that she has improved but still has a long way to go. Aiko walks out of the studio, upset, toward Nanami, explaining everything that happened. As Aiko pulls the ticket for the observation deck from Kongming, Nanami suggests they go somewhere to relax. Later, at the observation deck, Nanami informs Aiko that she is the vocalist and the foundation of the band Azalier. Aiko looks at her in disbelief, and Nanami recalls being in the school music room with 2 other girls, Ichika and Futaba, playing instruments. Nanami tells Aiko that after graduating from high school, they moved to Tokyo to pursue their dreams in music, but they were never given good opportunities. One day, a producer named Toshihiko Karasawa summoned them to a meeting and told them that they knew nothing about music and that if they wanted to be famous, they should only sing his songs. Nanami took producer's words to heart, and the girls decided to forge ahead without him. The girls soon ran into financial difficulties, prompting Nanami to seek forgiveness from Karasawa. Karasawa instructed the girls to follow his instructions regarding the music and their outfits, which resulted in the girls gaining a large fan base. The girls were pleased with their earnings, while Nanami felt she had changed. Aiko receives a call from a child informing her that it is time to arrive at the studio, and she rushes out. Later, after singing in the booth, Kid tells Aiko that she has won and that he will arrange her song. Before she leaves, he asks her if she is certain about the title. A few days later, Karasawa informs the Azalier group that there will be a surprise contest in the city, to which Nanami reluctantly agrees. Aiko, the owner, and Kongming set up the television in the BB Club office to watch Cape Taijin's rap battle. Cape Taijin enters the stage and shakes hands with Sekitoba. Sasaki proudly watches the show on his phone with his friends. As the battle begins, everyone stands silently watching Sekitoba and Cape Taijin go back and forth. Before the winner is announced, Sekitoba raises Cape Taijin's hand, leaving everyone stunned. The presenter announces Cape Taijin as the winner, and Sekitoba walks off stage. Aiko begins to sing, but Kongming relieves a memory as she does so. Returning to the present, Kongming, an owner, compliments Aiko on her performance. As Aiko changes the name of the song to Dreamer, the kid tells her that she has a long way to go, and they start working on preparing for X Day. It's the day of Azalee's surprise performance, and word has spread that, if people scan a QR code during the performance, and press like 100 people will win 1 million yen. Kongming is in talks with Cape Taijin and Aiko about their own plan to perform with Azalee. A black truck stops in the middle of the road, drawing people's attention to the possibility it's Azalee's, until the truck transforms into a stage in order to show Aiko, Cape Taijin and their DJ in a flashback. The owner recalls asking Kongming what they plan to do with the 100,000 likes, and Kongming replies that they will borrow an idea. The audience questions the code as it appears on the stage screens and yells with delight as they scan it to press the like button. On the way to the location, Kurosawa checks the live chat about a performance similar to his plan and sees that Aiko has 70,000 likes. The Azalee truck pulls up next to the black truck and transforms into a stage with the Azalee group on it. The crowd erupts as Nanami begins to sing. The QR code is displayed on their stage screens, and the audience begins to scan it. Aiko's fan communicates with Kongming via headset as Kongming informs everyone of a new plan. The DJ starts playing a beat, and Cape Taijin begins rapping about how the Azalee group is a sham. The crowd becomes enraged, but quickly becomes confused, wondering if they are truly fake. As Kurosawa notices their likes stopping at 98,000, Aiko's fan yells to the crowd that the code is fake. Aiko's song begins to play as she stands on the stage, overlooking the audience, and she sings. The audience enjoys the song and begins to miss her as an artist. Nanami removes her mask and encourages the other girls to do the same, crying as they move their masks and hug while Aiko continues their performance, and her artist profile grows. A kid sitting in a car near the crowd watches the performance, and clicks the like button on Aiko's artist profile, giving her 100,000 likes. In her headset, Kongming informs Aiko that she has met her goal and thanks the audience. As the crowd thins, Nanami, Futaba and Ichika decide it's time to play their own songs. Nanami and the girls begin to play until Kurosawa enters the stage and tells them that only a few people listen to their song, and that they will never make a career in music. Kongming takes the stage to tell Kurosawa that he wants to return what he borrowed, despite the fact that the television show featuring the girls has received over 100,000 likes.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.